Gents, good morning to everybody out there in YouTube land. This is a wig update. For those of you that have been keeping up with my videos, back in December, I believe, around December 22nd, I ordered a custom Indian Remy full lace wig. And when I gave them I ordered the custom cap because my head is so weird that most of the units that I purchased, they don't come all the way up to the front and cover all of my hairline, and they don't come all the way down in the back and cover. I have a lot of hair that grows down the back of my neck, and they never covered that. I need a large cap. I didn't know that until I got my hands on a large cap. But this is my wig. It took a month of me. Well, I got her in February the 3rd, and it took a month of me looking at her. I trimmed her up to figure out what in the world I was going to do to this unit that would make me want to wear it, because I did not like the results. When I first got her, I knew the cap was going to be too small. Already had that figured out. I was going to sew it to a large cap, split the sides so that it would spread out, and sew it to a large cap. I had that figured out. When I got her, she was gorgeous. The curls were amazing. But I put her on and wore her around this house, and in one day, every one of the curls fell out, leaving like a spiral pattern. And it was just inches apart, you know. There would be a spiral, and an inch away from it, there would be a spiral. An inch away from it, there would be a spiral, totaling about 25 spirals total all over the whole entire wig. It was 24 inches long. So the first thing I did to it was I trimmed it. I had to. One side of it literally was this much longer than the other. So I trimmed it. And then I temporarily sewed her to a wig cap that I had here, that I didn't like the wig, so I cut all the hair off of it and temporarily just tacked it to it so I could wear it. Well, it looked all big and puffy at the top because the cap that I had on was too small, and I had not split the sides of this full lace wig yet. So I took and I parted the hair on the sides and I split it. I cut it about that far on each side, and that made it spread out, and so it would lay down on my head better, but I hated the curls. They were stringy looking. I wish to God I would have took a picture of the before. Okay, so I've got this unit that costs $479 that has the ugliest, stringiest curls you've ever seen. One side was longer than the other, and you could actually tell that. I was so unhappy. But I fixed it. What I did is I cut her in a U shape in the back. You know, the short part of it is still probably 22 inches long. This wig was a little bit longer than 24, because after I even cut it, it's 24 inches long now. So I trimmed her at the bottom in a U shape. And then last night, I got her out and I was looking at her again. I'd already sewn her to my large wig cap, and I just wouldn't wear her. I thought, what can I do to this unit to make me want to wear it? I hated the curls. So I remembered a video I saw that this man used boiling hot water to straighten his unit. He hung it in the shower. It was curly. He kept pouring boiling hot water over it, like 4 or 5, 6 pans of it, and it went completely straight and stayed like that. So I got my water as hot as I could stand it, got my shampoo, my conditioner, and my mousse out. I shampooed her in the hottest water I could stand and conditioned her. And I mean, when I put the conditioner on this unit, it just flowed through my hands. I love the texture of the hair. I always did. It just slid through my hand with that conditioner on it. Oh, it just felt so good. Wonderful. You could tell the difference in the feel of the human hair and the synthetic hair. But anyway, so I got all the curls out of it, or most of them anyway. And then I towel dried her, let her drip dry for a little bit. Then I just, pulled down on the bottom of it. I held on to it first, and then I pulled down the bottom and got most of the rest of the water out of it. And then I saturated the thing in mousse, just saturated it. And I very gently, I know you're not supposed to comb a wet wig, but this thing looked, I had to. It was just stuck together everywhere. There was only about 7 sections hanging down. So I took my comb and I gently combed it like I was combing a little bitty baby's hair down and let it completely dry. Then I took out my regular size curling iron, which is about the size of this part of my finger, and I got to work, and I curled it. I curled it all over, the whole thing. And then I saturated it in hairspray, and all of the products that I used are Garnier fruit teas. That's what I use. And this is how she turned out. She is so shiny, so gorgeous, so very long, so very realistic looking. I am completely happy with my unit now, but it took a lot of work on my own accord to get her to this point. But I am wearing a unit now that I would want to wear, instead of that failure that I received. I know that I made the mistake with the cap, but I should have been warned. I think that you should be warned if you're ordering a curly wig and they know that the curls are not going to stay. They ought to say, well, ma'am, I'd like to go ahead and tell you this now. The curls most likely won't stay in Indian Remy hair. Now, the lady did mention that with the heaviness of the hair that the curls would loosen up. But she never said that the curls were going to fall out completely and leave behind a spiral, a barely spiral pattern. And, it's not the lady that I spoke to's fault. She was wonderful. Her name is Michelle. She works for Sassy Secrets, and she is absolutely wonderful. I enjoyed every conversation with her. I changed my order like 4 or 5 times with different, like the highlights and different things, and Michelle was always so good and so great. But I just was not happy with production of making it so long on one side, just so very visibly long on one side, and shorter on the other side. And then the way that the hair Well, I guess if it would have stayed curled, you wouldn't have known that it was that much longer on one side than the other. But anyway, you know, I don't know if I'm placing blame anywhere. It's Indian Remy hair. Who in the world has ever seen a curly-headed Indian? I haven't. My husband hasn't. I asked him. So I think that it just should be suggested to consumers when they purchase these different kinds of hair, what they're gonna get, what's gonna happen after you get the product home. I will not be ordering from them again because I just do not like the human hair units. It's got nothing to do with the company. It has everything to do with me. I like synthetic hair. I don't like, my husband got a huge Christmas bonus this year. It was the only reason I could afford to even purchase this unit. But now that I've got her fixed like I want her, I love it. I absolutely love it. And so that's my update on my Sassy Secret Indian Remy 24-inch full lace wig. As you can tell, she's beautiful now. I mean, I do love the human hair, but I just am a poor girl and I can't afford to purchase it. But maybe once a year. And next year, when my husband gets his Christmas bonus again, I already have a company in mind that I would like to try and get a 14-inch. Not Indian Remy, because I know now it does not hold curl very well, but a 14-inch something. And I'm going to talk to the person in detail about how the hair holds a curl. I learned a lot with this experience. So, Sassy Secret, no insult to you. No insult to anybody. This is just my true, honest opinion of the unit that I got. Everybody, be safe, be kind to one another, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.